Hello, and what can I say? The winds are blowing very, very much today at this point in time that I'm making this recording in the Midwest. And I have a friend that's on from Colorado. She says the winds are blowing pretty good right there right now, too. And what happened was I sat down and I thought it's time for the shaman to speak. So I drew from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck, which I just used on a Mexico retreat where I was teaching yoga. I use these a lot. And what fell out of the deck after I shuffled it and shuffled it was the wind. So I also drew purposefully as a companion, the spirit of air from the Native Spirit deck by Denise Linn. So they're one and the same. The wind is the spirit of the air. So these two, and it's very, very interesting how this one is more the themes of the cards, where this one is more just about the element of air, and this one is about the wind and what it brings. This one. So let's see what it brings. So one thing that I thought we would work with, because the wind and the air is about the upper chakras, and I thought we'd work the third eye to begin with just a very simple breathing exercise that's used in Vipassana meditation. I've also encountered it at the Himalayan Institute. So it's a common, simple breath work. So how it works is you just are conscious of your nostrils, taking in the air up to the third eye with the inhale, and then exhale it back out the nostrils. And it's the same, just back and forth. So it's just to clear out the third eye and to bring clarity. So let us begin. Let's just put our feet, or if you're seated cross-legged, just be very aware of your sit bones on the ground, your feet if they're touching the ground, or the chair or the earth, just making a solid connection with the earth, grounding ourselves. And directing our energy downward for a moment to that Earth Star chakra, which is 3 feet below you, below your feet, or below your sit bones if you're seated cross-legged. And just feel the sensation of gravity pulling you into that place where the Earth Star chakra is grounding you. Getting a sense of the feeling of grounding. And then we're going to draw energy from the center of the earth up into that Earth Star chakra and just give it a nice, bright, it's a silvery color. Give it a nice, bright, silvery color. And I'm also seeing like a yellow-white edge around the silvery color. So the crystalline energy from the earth surrounds your Earth Star chakra. And then let the inhale bring that energy up through the base chakra, where your sit bones are in contact with the chair, the ground, the floor. And then bring it up into the area of the heart. So it goes through the lower chakras, through the solar plexus, into the heart. And just breathing in that grounded feeling from the center of the earth. And then moving that up through your throat and up into the third eye, this grounded energy from the earth. And just for a moment, just allowing the feeling, maybe even touching that area of the third eye. And we'll open the stellar gateway 3 feet above your head and call the energy from the sun, from the universe, from the source, down through your crown chakra and also into your third eye. So that we're feeling a sense of groundedness and and connectedness, connected to source, connected to earth in the third eye. And as we pay attention to the movement of the breath, we'll call in the spirit of air, the wind, and then bring your attention to the air entering through both nostrils. As you inhale, bring it up to the third eye. Let it cleanse that area, and then exhale the debris that is being released, that is blocking our clarity, back out through the nostrils. So in and up to the third eye on the inhale, back down and out the nostrils on the exhale. And stay with the process. Instead of just saying, oh, I'm doing this, be with this air as it enters through the nostrils, carry it up through your sinus cavity into your third eye, and then out with the intention of clearing. And then we'll do a couple breaths of fire. There's many different styles of doing this. This particular one uses more, if you're a yoga practitioner, it uses more of the ujjayi breath from the throat in quick little spurts. And we're going to draw that energy up to the third eye through this breath of fire. And we'll do 3 rounds of that, of about 15 counts. So if you don't know what that is, just trust your body is going to know how to do this. So exhale and then begin. And hold the last one, hold that energy in the third eye. Exhale and let that energy drop into your heart and into your belly. So that's the process. Breath of fire for about 15 counts with your focus on the third eye, and then holding that energy for a moment on the last breath, and then letting it drop down into the heart and into the belly. This is the part with the Himalayan Institute. This is where I got this one. Okay, so let's do it again. Exhale and begin. And hold. Exhale, let the energy drop into the heart. Breathe in into the heart and exhale and let the energy drop into the belly. Okay, one more time. Exhale, breath of fire. Bring the energy up. Hold it. Exhale into the heart. Inhale into the heart. And exhale, let it drop into the belly. And we'll just stay here for a moment with the breath in the belly. All that energy that we drew into our third eye and connected it to the wisdom of the gut. So as you're breathing, just being aware as much as you can of that connection between the belly and the third eye. Perhaps just feeling both the physical location of both. So the Native Americans believed that the wind carried messages from spirit, that the wind comes from the sacred place to bring us messages. And depending on which way it's blowing, which I think it's kind of switching directions a lot right now here in the location where I am. So I'm going to move us through all the directions and the messages that the different directions, if the wind is blowing from, brings. So we'll start with the east. You can either face the east or you can just get a sense of your focus going towards the east, which is behind me here where I'm sitting. So just welcoming the spirit of air, the spirit of the east into your heart, into your third eye, into your belly. And the east wind carries clarity of vision and purpose. So just opening to that, especially in your third eye. You want to just bring your attention to the third eye now. That would be fine also. Clarity of vision and purpose. Opening yourself, allowing that to come in. And then bring your attention or your focus, or you can turn to face the south. Inviting in the spirit of the air as it comes through the spirit of the south. And with it carries a new sense of trust, helping you gently begin to discard habits and parts of you that are no longer needed. So inviting in and allowing trust with the wind from the south. With the inhale and with the exhale, just allowing yourself to let go. It might be just a thought, a way of thinking, something or a habit that's no longer needed. You may know what it is, or if you don't, ask for it to be shown to you this week. Spirit of the South. Relaxing and trusting change. And we'll thank the spirit of the south. Remember, if we thanked the spirit of the west, or the east, I'm sorry, we'll thank both of those directions. And now we will put our attention towards the west or face the west. Inviting in the air through the spirit of the west, the element of air, change. The spirit of the west calls you to more introspection, to a willingness to make final decisions, to let go of attachment and ego desires. So inviting in that sense of let go, that sense of introspection, that sense of making a decision to let go of attachment and ego desires. And just relaxing and allowing this to happen with the help of the spirit of the West. And we'll thank the spirit of the West, and we'll go to our focus to the north, perhaps facing the north, and just bringing your attention to the north. The north brings a sense of moving, a sense of change, a sense of bringing wisdom and strength. So we'll invite the spirit of the north to come in and move us into that space of wisdom and strength. Allowing the wind, the chaos of the shifting directions of the wind, to clear out anything that's blocking our wisdom and strength. Breathe that in. And bringing your attention back to your heart, your center, as it connects and receives through the third eye from source and through the gut from the earth. So just breathing that polarity of above and below now into balancing the four directions, the chaos of the wind, grounding from below, the wisdom, the light from above, traveling through the third eye from above into the heart, traveling through the belly into the heart from below, from the earth. And just allowing your heart to be filled with this balance, asking the spirit of the air to clean out anything else that might need to be cleaned out, so that we can see a higher perspective, so that we can live a higher perspective from the heart, connected to our intuition and to the wisdom of the gut. And let that light of the heart space, as it's being filled from above and below, just get a little bit bigger, all the way to the edges of your skin, all the way around you. And perhaps out a little bit further, like it's creating a bubble of wisdom, of acceptance of change, and of clarity with receiving the messages the wind brings from Spirit. And we'll ask for the wind as we face it today to bring us greater clarity, clearer messages. And let's bring our palms together at our hearts. Thanking the four directions, the spirit of the wind, the earth and source. Thanking yourself for allowing the wind to come in and affect you, change you, move you forward. Remembering that, like the wind that comes in the spring and it spreads the seeds further out to further fields, to different places, perhaps away from the home from where this seed came, into a new land. Thank you for being here today. Namaste. Enjoy your week.